Hi and welcome. I'm going to be just doing a little eyeshadow tutorial today. I have my little square compact here with my the three shadows that I'm going to be using today. Sabrina is this little kind of shimmer shadow, kind of vanilla, pinkish, kind of peachy vanilla shadow. This one here is a matte brown, like a darker matte brown called Trust. This one here is kind of a rusty with like red tones, undertones in it. It's called Gilded as a shimmer. And then this color here is called Soul Mate. And I'll be using that kind of a brightening pop of color on the lid. So I'm just gonna get right into it. I'm just gonna stick with these 4 colors right here. All right, I'm gonna get to the eyeshadow look. For the first step, I'm gonna use, basically I'm gonna focus on just these 3 brushes. The eyeshadow everything brush right here. I'm just gonna use that fluffy kind of domed side. I'm gonna dip right into this Sabrina. And I'm just gonna put it like right under my brow bone. You can do this as a first step, you can do this as a last step as well. It doesn't really matter. There's not really any right or wrong, I think, to that first step. So kind of adds just like a nice little shimmer to underneath the brow, kind of adding an illusion like a lifted brow. I think that's what helps it with. And then you can kind of like put it in the corner of the eye here. Okay, I'm gonna use this little domed, the more domed side of the blend and tap brush. And I'm gonna go in with Trust. Just tap it on the just on the side of that dome, and I'm gonna go into my outer corner of my eye here. I'm just gonna focus on the outer corner, kind of like in a C shape, like C. If you drew like a little C, that's what it kind of looked like. And then I'm not gonna go too heavy. I mean, you can go as heavy or light as you want, which is nice. One thing nice about the colors of the eyeshadows, they're very pigmented and you can build. So if you want just like a little bit deeper look, you can keep going if you want. But for today, kind of like a more daytime look, I'm just gonna do one. I just dipped into it once. I'm not gonna dip into it again. Not at least for now. So I'm just kind of focusing on the very outside of the outside corner of my eye. And next I'm gonna take the same brush and I'm gonna go into that gilded color right here. And I'm just gonna go kind of mixing with that the Trust color, and like just because I have hooded eyelids, I go just kind of like in the crease and then just above, so that when I open my eyes it's not lost. So you can see like a little bit of that color up there. So just kind of going like in a smudging windshield wiper motion right now. Lifting the eyebrow kind of as I do that. And this is a very simple look because I'm only gonna be using those 4 colors. And I'll go into the other side. Just sticking into that crease. And I only did once. I tapped it in once because these colors are very pigmented. Yeah, and I'm very fair, so I don't really need any more than that. But if you are more, if you have more deeper tones, more olivey skin tone, you can probably afford to dip it like twice. So I'm just sticking with that crease right in my orbital bone. You can feel right there, like when you're where your eye socket goes in right there, and just above it, just windshield wiper motion, going back and forth, blending it out, softening that look. Not me, because I don't want it to be too harsh. I'm just softening it out as I go. And the more you go over it, the more you blend it out, the softer it's gonna look. Okay. And I think both of those sides are pretty well blended. And at this point, you can kind of take a look, open your eyes, take a look at where you're at. Obviously, you're gonna open your eyes, but you wanna just kind of see where you're at, how you like it, if they're both kind of, the colors are evenly distributed and they're balanced on both eyes, both eyelids. You can determine on if you wanna add a little bit more. I'm gonna add just a touch. I just do a little touch into that trust, and I'm gonna do just a tiny bit on the outside again, just to deepen that look, just a tiny bit more on just that inner corner. And like I said, if you have more olivey skin tone or deeper skin tones, you'll probably want to dip like twice on each application. I just did it again, so just dip once and then apply and blend out. That way, you know, it's better to go light and then build than just straight up heavy and trying to blend it out afterwards. And you'll end up like a hot mess of an eyeshadow look, and you'll have to like basically start over, wash it off and start over, which I don't really want to do that. Okay, so for this next step, the Soulmate color, that real pink color, I want to make it really pop on my eye. So what I'm gonna do is, a little trick that I've learned. I'm gonna take this concealer. You can also take highlight color. I don't have my highlights though, my other highlights with me right now, and you can take just a little bit of concealer. This one is the Tarte Shape Tape. I'm just gonna do a dot right on each eyelid. And then I'm gonna take this magical tool right here, my fingertip, and just that, the eyelid kind of adds like a little bit more of like that tackiness for the color to stick to, but it also is gonna help intensify, because the underneath color is brighter. It's automatically gonna brighten up and intensify that pink, or the shimmer. So I'm just gonna flip the brush into this kind of flat domed side and kind of do like a little squishing motion, because I want to pick up a bit more than normal. So I'm just kind of wiggling it back and forth. And then I'm just gonna tap it straight onto that eyelid, just underneath, just sticking to the underneath and in the inner corner of my eyelid. I use this side for the Sabrina. I'm gonna flip it and use this little small smudgy side. And I'm gonna take a little bit of that color Gilded, and I'm gonna go I'm gonna look down. So I'm just going right underneath the eye, underneath of my eye, along the line. I'm not gonna go too far down because I don't want it to look like a black eye. I have a pretty small petite face, so I'm just gonna keep it pretty close to that, to the lash line. Okay, so you can see there. And then I'm gonna take my other brush, my eyeshadow, or sorry, my Multitasker brush. I always get them confused. And then I'm gonna take that color Trust, and basically that's gonna be used as like I'm just gonna do on the very outside edge, about 1/3 of the way into the eye, just about 1/3 of the way. And then I'm gonna go on top of my eyelid as well, the top lash line, basically using it as an eyeliner, but not as harsh because I don't want this look to be very harsh for a daytime look. Just gonna stick to that very closely to the lash line. As you can see, kind of gives it a little more smokiness. Just kind of tapping, not really wiping or swiping it. I'm just kind of tapping and smudging a little bit as I go, kind of wiggling the brush and tapping into the lash line. And then I'm gonna go right on top this side. Okay. At this point, I'm going to just finish off with some eyeshadow, but I'm also gonna tap in just a little bit with my ring finger here, and go just in that inner corner of the eye with Sabrina, just to kind of give that extra pop of illumination into the corner of the eye to kind of make the eye just pop a little bit more, make it just slightly more intensified. Okay, so there you go. And then I'm just gonna finish off with some mascara, all right? So there's the completed look. Yeah, so thank you. I hope you like the look. All right. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.